interview. So I went in, and during the interview, he said to me, "Have you got a job?" I said, "Well, kind of." He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm selling wire aluminum. Can you get it?" I said, "Well, this," and I told him about that. And he said, "Well, what do you call her? Angel. Angel will be here Sunday night." That's the name of his wife. You know that. And you sell her a and it came to Everett as the dean of their college, which was like this one out here.
Lake Valley.
2 years later, the fellow that hired me came to me and he said, "I want you to go and call the board of the Wenatchee Valley College. Just call them. You don't need to ask any more questions." So I called them. And they said, "We want you to come over and be interviewed for the president of Wenatchee Valley College." So the 1st of July, I arrived in Wenatchee as the president of Wenatchee Valley College.
What was your first thought when you came here? What did you think?
I came in May and got here for the Apple Blossom Festival.
Oh
no.
And my wife with me. I thought
Nice.
this was fantastic. You know? And then when I came back, the 1st of July, I thought, what am I getting into? You know, everything was dry.
It's hot.
Probably 100 degrees.
Yeah, but we just loved it. My wife loved it, and I love it here, and I wouldn't live any place else.
It's a great place.
Now, you want to know what happened in the 60s?
Yes.
Okay. What do you know about the 60s? What was going on in the world?
Make love, not war.
Yeah.
Make love, not war.
Yeah, I never heard that before. There was an organization called the Students for Democratic Society. They were a bunch of radical knuckleheads that decided they hated everything about the United States. Everything that was American was terrible. And we're going to change it. And we're going to change it by changing the colleges and universities. Well, finally, they took over my office here in Wenatchee. Came in, and there's a long story to that. We use up all our time of time. So I didn't want to be kidnapped, so I let them come in. And there were 25 or 30 of them. And I thought, well, this many, I can't do anything, so I let them have the office. But there were 3 things. One, if you come in here and start this, you cannot come out. It's not a come and go sort of thing. Second one was, there'll be no amnesty. And 3, you're responsible for any damage to the building. The next day, we had a rally in the gym, and we played the tape of these kids of saying what they wanted. And the only one I can remember was that within 3 months, 20% of the students of Wenatchee Valley College had to come from third world countries. You know what a third world country is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. They wanted us to go all over the world and recruit the Well, then, somehow or other, I finally sent them a letter and said, if you will sign this, all of you that are in there, that will not have another sit-in, you may come out. That way we got the names of all the kids that were in there. Because we were poor out on this farm, when I came back from the Army, Air Force, I had to do something. And the people that ran the garbage trucks in Chicago made more money than I would have made had I been teaching. So, through a fluky situation, I started selling, maybe I told you this, wire aluminum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did that for 5 years, and heck with this. Then I went back to Princeton, New Jersey, to Westminster Choir College, and got a master's in choral music directing. Then I went to West Texas and taught a choir that traveled around for 4 years. Then I said, you know, I think I should do something else. So I went to the University of Oregon and got my doctor's degree in administration. Then the job I got from there was at Everett Community College, which was one of the best colleges at the time in the Northwest. And then we had all the community colleges in the nation had a meeting once a year, and this time it was in Seattle. And I was standing behind Davenport, and the president of Wenatchee Valley College was sitting in Davenport, where I was standing right behind him. This gentleman was talking to one of the leaders down in California, training people how to get places in administration in community colleges. And I heard him in a mumbled voice say, well, how did I get one of those jobs in California? Now, you may not believe this, but I had a fuzzy feeling started right up in my scalp and went down, got down about this far, and a voice said, Bill, you're going to Wenatchee.
What do you have to celebrate about your transportation?
Very thankful that I do not have to ride a horse and that I have my Bronco to drive to school, even though it doesn't start very often, but you know what, it's okay, because a horse could just sleep.
No, go. What do you have to celebrate about your life?
In this day and age, I have a job. I have 4 great kids. I have my own house, my own bills, my own mortgage. But that's a good thing. I like my job at the high school. I like working with kids. I used to be a stay-home mom, and that was really good when my kids were young. I was thankful for that. Thankful for all my friends. I got great friends, great group of people, good support system, my family.
What do you have to celebrate about your education?
I celebrate being in a world that I can go to a 4-year college.
What do you have to celebrate about your family?
Right away, coming up is our 25th wedding anniversary. My oldest son is graduating with honors at Eastern Washington University. My youngest son, Sam, is graduating high school June 5th. Both my parents are still living. My wife's mother is still living, so we have an extended family. I'm the youngest of 4, so I have 3 older siblings, and we stay close together and still celebrate holidays and things like that together. So we have quite a family tradition.
I think it is important to celebrate life every day because we have an amazing life that God's given us, and we need to be thankful and be thankful for our family and our community and the place that we live and we grow up in. And so I think it's important also to give back to our community and give back to our schools and give back to our kids because they are our future.